There's our first sight after getting out of the car at the Mirador and starting to walk up the hill. Beautiful sight there on top of the hill with a large church, cathedral, and medieval walls. And then down here, I don't know if you can tell, but those houses, that's a little valley, and those houses are all underneath that cliff and up in the caves down there. I didn't know they had any down at the bottom. We're up the top to see the ones, and we're making our way there now. It's really cool. So we're gonna keep strolling into town. Okay, here's you an inside look at how the little cave houses in Setenil de las Bodegas are made. Here's an excavator with a jackhammer on it that's making a cave to put in another house. There'll be a house in there before too long. I didn't realize they did this. I didn't realize they did that. I thought they just built them under the cave. I didn't realize they actually cut into them, but I don't think they all do, because you can see some of these older ones, obviously 700 years ago, they didn't have jackhammers. So you can see in this house here, it's not jackhammered at all. So there's the old original one, and they didn't have jackhammers back in that day. So all these, I mean, these little houses are only like 8-10 feet deep. It's really, really cool. Look at this, look above us. Now what's really neat is look at the patio on this house. the terrace on the house is about 3 feet tall. You'd have to crawl up there to use that terrace. That is so cool. Across the way, it continues all the way around. Across the way, there's more cave houses and a restaurant in that cliff there. And they continue all the way around and down into that circle over there. Really cool. All right, we're gonna keep walking. Looking. Okay, now we've made it up the hill again to the main historic part of Setenil de las Bodegas. And it's really unique. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. This area kind of sort of looks like a standard central old historic part, but all the houses around the edge are literally carved into a granite cliff. Really neat stuff. It's like that up there. From down here it looks normal until you look up and realize all these buildings you're looking at are literally inside a cliff, carved into a cliff basically. I keep getting confused between cliff and caves because these aren't caves, they're cliffs. But underneath the cliffs, they carve out a cave and put their house in it, so maybe it's a little of both. Wait till you see this. This is some cool stuff. This is pretty incredible. Right up there is where I parked the first time, and we were looking down, taking the first pictures of this city. And then right now, we are down there, sort of right in that little hole that you saw from up there. And we're going to keep walking down and down and down until we get to the bottom of the cliffs. This is so crazy. It just seems wild to me that people decided to build houses in cities like this. Wow, we are underneath the cliffs here. Look at that. We've stepped into one of the houses and look, it's carved right out of the stone. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's so lovely.
His refrigerator is right in the wall.
Suba hacia arriba.
Gracias.
Gracias. Wow, look at the cave walls. Look at these keys. This guy just invited us to look around. So, Kimberly's checking out the bedroom. I'm going up the steps. Wow. See?
Come back.
See, it's pretty crowded up there. There's not enough room for us. We have to wait for them to come back.
Oh, the gimbal.
Wow, Kimberly. Look at this. There's another level. There's a whole nother floor. There's 3 floors. Look at this. My head is up on the cave roof right now. I'm literally rubbing my head on the cave roof. And there is yet another floor with another room with 2 more beds. Look. 2 more beds. Turn the light on. Wow, look at that cave. This is so cool. Alright, now we finally got to see what one looks like on the inside. There's the view down at the street out the window. Up there's the other houses on top. The screen makes it a little funky, but alright, that's it. We've done the house. Let's get out of here. Oh, so we made it down to the bottom where the actual ravine is. And a really nice interior street, but this is a very bottom of the whole gully through here. It's dry season, so it's just tiny little stream right now, but I can just imagine if it was summertime and rainy season, this gully would be totally like a raging river. There's a door for Kimberly's books right there. It's fancy. I hate seeing these that are just left to rot. It's like, oh. That must be a decent street up there. I bet that's the street we drove through on. There's only like one that you could drive through here on.
I get this little arbor. It's cool.
I swear some of these folks that live here could never ever get a car to their house. I mean, whatever they buy big, they have to carry it on their back or something. On the gateway. That is a very cool area. This whole street is very cool. Hey, kitty, kitty. Meow. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Hey, kitty. Yes, aren't you sweet? Yeah. You're not a shy kitty. Yes, kitty, kitty. Oh, yeah, look at that. You like that. Okay. Alright, I don't got nothing for you. Okay. I'm yet again out of breath from another walk up 400 steps. But totally worth it is this view of the town. And not only do you have the whole town, the church and the walls, you got the Setenil sign. Let's check it out. Now I'd really like to see that. I'm not sure how to get up there yet. We're roaming around working our direction, but it's hard to figure out where you're going here. It's a nice little... You can see the whole situation from here. That's one of my favorite corners there, because those are the biggest houses under the biggest part of the cave. Very cool. Okay, now if you walk around up here on this top part of the hill for any time at all, from this mirador you can see every house in the village. you just have to keep walking this whole hillside all the way around it, and you can see everywhere. There's Kimberly right down there, checking out the views. Hi. The Setenil sign. Okay, so far this is one of the most funnest times we've had looking for the car. We can't remember where the parking garage is, but this is really cool. This is the area that used to be basically barns. This is where people kept their animals. Hey Kimberly. And now they're all fixing them up, so they're going to be condos, I'm sure. There'll be Airbnb rentals this time next year. But yeah, these tiny little shacks down here next to the very, very bottom. These are sheds and barns, basically, where they kept animals in the day. Now everything's valuable here, I guess. But just look at this view out. Nice little cave hollow over there. You can hear there's a good amount of construction going on these cave houses. It's off season for them. I'm sure it's time to get a lot of stuff done. Escarpes del Rio Trejo Parque Natural Park Garden. Very cool spot here. This is just an area where it's full of caves all along through the cliff walls. You can see why the town next to us, Setenil de las Bodegas, is a whole town, a whole village built into cliffs like this, where they just whittled out the caves and then they made houses out of them. I guess this is more what it looked like before they built a town on the cliffs. Very cool. And if you look behind us, there's Kimberly, little Jack Manny, where we found a place to stick her. Look at these. Some more cliffs and stuff. Alright, in the car and keep moving.